Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Mended Hearts, Inc. 2024 Annual Meeting of the Membership. I'm Mandy Sandcooler, and it's my honor to be here today helping to present this meeting. A couple of housekeeping items before we begin. All attendees are in listen-only mode. If you cannot hear, we encourage you to please check your computer audio and volume. That's usually the problem. To ask questions, please enter them into the chat box. We'll be able to have a time of Q&A at the end of the meeting to have those answered. And please note this session is being recorded and will be available along with the PDF of the slide deck on the website.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Mended Hearts Incorporated 2024 Annual Meeting is officially now called to order. May I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Move to approve the agenda.
Second.
Tammy, could you please run the poll? You'll have 30 seconds to vote, so please vote. Okay. The agenda is approved. Next, may I have a motion to approve the standard rules?
Move to approve the standing rules.
Second.
Tammy, could you please run the poll, and everyone please place your votes. Standing rules are approved. Next, could I please have a motion to approve the Committee of the House?
Move to approve the Committee of the House.
Second.
Tammy, could you please run the poll, and could everyone please place your votes? Committee of the House is approved. Thank you all very much. It's my honor to present the 2024 Presidential Report for the Mended Hearts Incorporated. I'd like to introduce to you, for those of you that don't know, our Board of Directors, beginning with the Executive Committee. I've been honored to serve for the last 2 years as your President and Chair of the Board. Lee Parker is our Mended Hearts Vice President. Amanda Stewart is our Mended Little Hearts Vice President. And Al Voss is our CEO, Corporate Secretary, Treasurer, men of many hats. And that comprises our Executive Committee. 3 Mended Hearts RDs, Regional Directors, and 3 Mended Little Hearts Regional Directors are selected annually by the board membership to represent the regional directors. For Mended Hearts, for this past year, we had Mike Buffington, Regional Director from the Mid-Atlantic region, Ray Trapp from the Rocky Mountain region, and Ed Wainwright from the Southern region. For Mended Little Hearts, Marianne Mayhood from the Mid-Atlantic region, Candida Schendel from the Southwest region, and there's Nicole Sanchez from the Western region. I'd like to thank all of the members of the Executive Committee and the board for their service for the last 2 years and for all the years that you have participated. Thank you so very much. We could not do our job without you. Okay, it was a pretty busy year for us in 2024. So some of the highlights and what we did do as a board. Mended Hearts Executive Committee, as well as the Board of Directors, each met 12 times during 2024 via Zoom. The Mended Hearts Board of Directors also did the following in 2024. We approved the 2025 budget, and we approved 7 major policies: moving chapters and group bank accounts to Synovus, diversity, discontinued pillow program reimbursement, the RD selection process, Mended Hearts Incorporated officer and board member duties and responsibilities, Mended Hearts Incorporated nomination and appointment procedure, our mission statement, vision statement, and support statement, educational statement, and advocacy statement. We also disbanded non-conforming chapters and groups. We signed the confidentiality and conflict of interest COI agreements. We approved the nomination of the corporate award. And the board of directors provided financial oversight and program oversight through developing metric reports. Next slide, you will see our wonderful staff, of which I cannot say thank you enough to. Thank you isn't a good enough word, but it'll have to suffice for the moment anyway. And Al Voss is in charge of our staff, and our staff members are Mandy Sandcooler, who you just saw previously, who is our Director of Partnerships and Communications, Lisa Goodman, our Director of Grants and Administrative Services, Christy Natras, our Accounting and Payroll Manager, Celeste Hall, Membership and Database Coordinator, Marley Lucas, Social Media Director, Vicki Churchman and Tammy King, who are our Program Facilitators, Kim Hubbard, who is our Field Services and Customer Service Representative, George Humes, who's in charge of shipping and inventory, Marlene Gibbons and Becky Albritton, who are our bookkeepers, Katie Reddick, administrative assistant, and Gretchen Ballard, who was previously employed with us as a staff accountant. I would now like to turn over the meeting to our Vice President for Mended Hearts, Lee Parker.
Thank you very much, Denise. So geography for our 8 regions is listed here on the screen, from the Western region, Rocky Mountain region, Midwest, Southwest, Northeast, Central, Mid-Atlantic, and our Southern region. You can see each of the states there. Next slide, please. I'd like to give a big thanks to the people, the volunteers who served as regional directors in 2024. Mike Buffington from the Mid-Atlantic region, Bob Hoffman from the Northeast region, Ray Trapp from the Rocky Mountain region, and Ed Wainwright from the Southern region. And I'd also like to thank all of the assistant regional directors who supported our groups and chapters this year. Thank you. Next. In 2024, we had a total of 169 active chapters and satellites. As you can see by the numbers on the screen, our largest region is the Southern region with 38 chapters and groups. Next slide. And those chapters were very active in 2024. We held 840 chapter meetings and events. Our volunteers delivered 7,471 heart pillows. Over 55,000 discussion guides were distributed to patients. And we have currently 792, or in 2024, we have 792 local chapter leaders. Thank you to all the leaders that are on that served your chapters. We did have 25 chapters disband in 2024, but we did have 2 new chapters and 3 satellites that were formed. And now I'd like to turn it over to Amanda Stewart for the Mended Little Hearts Vice President report.
Thank you so much, Lee. Hello to everyone. To start off my report, I'd like to give a huge thank you to all of my Mended Little Hearts regional directors. These women are incredibly important, and without them, we would not have been able to do everything that we've done here with Mended Little Hearts. Rhonda Adamo, who was with us through September of 2024, Catherine Lobine, who was on the board through June of 2024, Marianne, Candida, and Nicole. All of these women have been incredibly huge parts of Mended Little Hearts over the years. I've been a part for 13 years, and I don't remember a time that I have been a part of this organization without these women. So thank you again for all of your service. Next slide. We have 49 active groups in the year of 2024. As you can see, we have a pretty steady throughout all of our regions, doing some amazing things. Next slide. So all of the wonderful things that our groups have done, we may be small, but we are mighty. In 2024, we held 271 meetings and events. and some of those great events that are done. Our groups come up with some amazing ideas to help. We have pumpkin patch, we do different walks, so many great events that include our families and make sure that no one is left behind. We have blankets distributed. Our bravery bags are huge, 3,378, which is wonderful. Stitch Lions, angel boxes to remind our families that have lost their loved ones that they're never forgotten. And then, of course, our big one, our Mended Little Heart Guides, over almost 6,000 passed out, which is wonderful. Next slide. And this was the big one in 2024. We celebrated our 20th year anniversary. So over the last 2 decades, we played an important role in the lives of families affected by congenital heart disease. Our education, awareness, and advocacy initiatives have helped thousands to help feel supported, seen, and understood. And that is wonderful. So thank you to everybody for helping put forth the effort in 2024 and allowing us to do that. So thank you. Next slide. In 2024, we had 1 group that was formed and we had 5 groups that were disbanded. And now I will turn the screen over to Marley Lucas, who is going to do the report for our Young Mended Hearts. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to do the 2024 report.
That's fine.
Young Mended Hearts was created in 2015 in Bellingham, Washington, and approved by our board of directors in 2021 to become our program to give hope and support to young adults aged 18 to 55 who are living with cardiovascular disease as well as congenital heart disease, or CHD. In 2024, we held 22 monthly meetings, both in person and virtual, and those were made up from members around the world. And we also handed out 10 virtual newsletters to our Young Mended Hearts. Young Mended Hearts of Northwest Washington had a very busy year, hosting monthly chapter meetings on topics like emergency medical services, insurance and hospitalization, anesthesiology and heart surgery, as well as pet therapy. And group members were also able to participate in their first teen heart screening since the onset of COVID. Young Mended Hearts of Northeast also had a very busy year, hosting our virtual monthly support group meetings and distributing our national Young Mended Hearts newsletters. We also have a very active Facebook page with valuable heart health education, events, and other resources. We had 2 active groups in 2024, one in the Northeast region and one in the Western region. We had 1 new group form in 2024 and 1 group disband. And I'm going to hand it over to Al for the treasurers.
Thank you, Marvin. I would like to say that financially, 2024 was the best year of our 74 years. I'm very pleased at what we did and how we spent the money. As you can see, for every penny that came into the organization, over 82% was spent on our programs, i.e. for the patients. And that is absolutely wonderful. It's a very high percentage for nonprofits in the U.S. Quickly, we will post our financial information and the annual report, which is being distributed today for the first time. These will be placed on the website after the 4th of July holiday. We had, as you see by this, we started in 2018 at January with no revenue and really nothing, no expenses. That's why you have a blank line at the very left of the screen. And as the years have gone by, we've slowly increased our revenue and we've increased our expenses, needless to say. Things have gotten more expensive, we have more staff, but we've gained more revenue. Overall, our total net worth has increased to the highest amount it's ever been in the 74 years. You can see where we spent last year. We spent most of our money on professional services, meaning lawyers, accountants, contractors, IT consultants, anybody that gave us professional service. Trademarks are probably our most expensive legal expense, and we have to do that because we do not want anyone to take our Mended Hearts logos or our names. Our payroll and our salaries are right in the corporate average. Everything looks good. I was very pleased at the end of the year to see that we hit our numbers. We watch them every week. We watch them every month. We report them. I'm very pleased. This balance sheet will show our assets and our liabilities. Again, we'll post everything with our financials all on the web to give you great more detail. This is your goals and partners report. Our mission is really threefold: peer-to-peer support, education, and advocacy for cardiovascular disease patients, their families, and their caregivers. And cardiovascular diseases means not only heart, but it could mean cancers, it could mean stroke, it could mean kidney disease and diabetes and other disease states. A patient is a patient, and they have more than usually one disease. I am very pleased to say that our vision is to provide be the premier place for information. And you'll see later on how we did with this as I get into another report. We are very open to all people, all patients, all family members, all caregivers, no matter whom, no matter the age. You can see our executives, our educational statement, our support statement, and our advocacy statement. These have not changed, except we've gone from specific heart to cardiovascular diseases. Again, multiple disease states. And if you notice, all our statements are copyrighted, which means people can't use them without our permission. Our goals are the same. We had these goals in 2021 for 1 year. We tweaked them a touch in 2022, and then starting in 2023 with the adoption of the strategic report, we kept these goals. We monitor multiple metrics inside each goal every month. We know what we're doing. We rate ourselves, and if we're not doing something correctly, we make sure it's fixed so that we can meet our corporate goals. Look at the partnership. 2018, we didn't have two logos on our website. Today, we are partnered with a number of nonprofits around the world. We meet the standards. In other words, we are a good nonprofit. We handle the money well, and everything that we've done has really looked well. Again, as I said, we had our best year this year, this 24. Okay. And I'd like to turn this over to Mandy for the programs report.
So this slide does a really nice job of showcasing our reach around the nation and the world. So we had over 124,000 members at the end of last year. Those members comprised up to 218 chapters and groups. That's what we finished with at the end of 2024. And we marked our 73rd year of supporting patients and families. And we reached an additional 7 million people through different marketing and awareness campaigns on social media. So our support pillar continues to be one of the main pieces of what makes Mended Hearts so special. Last year, we did over 200,000 total visits. Those visits were done by 506 accredited visitors, and 377 of those visitors were actually virtual visitors. We did over 53,000 patients visited in hospitals. We did 55,283 hospital visits, so that's the total hospital visits. We did another 18,711 family and caregiver visits, and then did a pretty astonishing 43,000 virtual visits. So our visiting numbers were really something to be proud of. We were able to support people through our weekly Facebook chats. We did one every year last year. And all of these visits, of course, the visitors have to be trained. And so our staff held 12 virtual visiting and reaccreditation trainings last year as well. Our Welcome Home Heart Failure program continues to really be, I think, a program that we've been able to grow and expand upon, and you'll see that on the next slide. But this was, I think, our 3rd year running it. We had 222 registrants. We sent out over 4,500 emails. And our visitors did 1,300 phone calls to those 222 registrants. So thank you to all of those accredited visitors. As I said, the Welcome Home Heart Failure Program served as a template for other Welcome Home programs that we've now started to roll out, including Welcome Home Hypertrophic Cardiomyopathy. So last year, we spent the last few months of the year developing the materials and the emails and the phone scripts. Now in 2025, we're rolling that program out to actual patients coming home and needing support. And then our Welcome Home Congenital Heart Disease was actually kind of a merge between the Welcome Home program and our parent matching program that we've been doing for well over a decade now at Mended Little Hearts. And it's where we're connecting families who have a child with a specific heart defect with another family who has a child with that same defect. So they're getting that personalized one-on-one support that we are so good at doing at Mended Hearts and Mended Little Hearts. And then our TAVR visiting program, many of our members have been part of this. This is where our visitors who have received a TAVR themselves are there to support patients either before their transcatheter aortic valve replacement or after. So very specialized support. And Together for Heart Health, this idea came to being last year in 2024, and really it was born out of an idea of we need to support patients and members that we traditionally haven't been able to reach. Maybe they're in communities that are more rural, they're underserved, but how can we get to them and encourage them to have those conversations around health? So that's what this program is all about. We develop specific modules on heart topics like cholesterol, cardiomyopathy, heart failure, and AFib, just to name a few. We then present that module to a leader in a community that we are now meeting with and introduced to, and they give the education to their members, and they have the discussion with their members about why it's important to have health discussions with their families, their communities, and their doctors. So. And our virtual education, we continue to really, go after this whenever we can. We did 11 webinars last year, more coming this year, but it was a busy year. So through those webinars, we were able to touch almost 900 patients and members who attended them. Then we received even more viewings on our YouTube channel. We had over 13,000 views to our webinars last year, totaling 4,712 hours of learning. We also were able to do another 15 different videos on different types of heart conditions. So it was a great year. Our educational materials also did a lot of very informative discussion guides. You can see them on there. New areas like genetics and family history, familiar hypercholesterolemia, biomarkers in heart failure and fluid management, amyloidosis, obesity, Lp(a), ATTR-CM, and hypertrophic cardiomyopathy. And communications, that has a special place in my heart. We had over 18,000 members on our Connections in a Heartbeat last year. Before we moved the magazine to virtual, we had sent out almost 50,000 Heartbeat magazines. We were nominated for 2 different awards for Heartbeat. One of them we won, that's the Communicator Award of Excellence. And the Eddie Award, we were nominated for a folio, which feels like it's a win for us because it's such a prestigious award. We sent out 12 national newsletters to all of our members, 1 a month. And we sent out 12 chapter newsletters that were created by staff and sent to chapter leaders so that they can modify them and make them their own. And it's really a great way to help keep their members engaged with their local chapters. And our favorite part, I think, as staff at MHI are our awareness campaigns. And Share Your Heart is one of 2 campaigns. We ran this contest last year in February, had over 17,000 views. We had 119 entries. And on those entries, 2,587 people voted. So we awarded 3 prize packs. And then the essay contest is building on that Share Your Heart. It gives people an opportunity to participate through writing. So we had 36 different entries in 2 categories. and again, handed out prize packs to our 2 winners. And very special to us is the Rock Your Scar photo contest. Last year was the 10th anniversary, so not only did Mended Little Hearts celebrate its 20th anniversary, but Rock Your Scar celebrated its 10th. And it was a banner year. It was our top year for entries and votes, with almost 160,000 votes. We had 767,000 contest views, which is a huge number. 681 photo entries, and then we awarded 11 different prize packages to winners. Beautiful photos. Now I'm going to talk about advocacy, because programs wasn't enough. We had to add to our plate with a bunch of advocacy activities as well. So we signed on to and supported a number of different priorities and letters, but there were really 6 of them that were key to and ran as a thread through a lot of the work that we did last year. We tried to educate on the implementation of the Inflation Reduction Act. We tried to monitor for changes. We advocated for the Safe Step Act, which I know really affects a lot of our members. We supported alternative funding programs and pharmacy benefit manager reform. We tried to build a coalition around Medicare Advantage and Part D redesign with our partner organizations. We advocated for expanded Medicare coverage for anti-obesity medicines, and we successfully, with our partner organizations, advocated for the Congenital Heart Futures Reauthorization Act. We did this, activation and we worked on these policy priorities through a few different strategies. So we trained and engaged our advocacy champions. We tried to advance and grow our collaborations and partnerships within the cardiovascular community. We really take and have continued to take a grassroots approach to our advocacy, and that we start with the patient being an advocate for themselves when they're meeting with their clinician and their doctors, all the way up to our advocates being trained to meet with legislators in Washington, D.C., and everyone in between. We tried to work on policy strategy and communication through our social medias and email campaigns. And then we do direct government relations by meeting with people on the Hill and at a state level. Last year, we conducted 5 meetings to keep our advocates informed of what's going on in Congress and around the country. We trained 143 speakers, including 66 champions. We have 336 Action Network members at the end of 2024. And we increased our diversity among members by 1.71% and among our leaders by 4.76%. We continue to promote our Action Network and recruit advocates to empower patients and families. We had 1 advocacy champion training session and 4 advocacy webinars to update our members on healthcare policy. And a huge thank you to our Action Network partners. If we didn't have you, we wouldn't be able to do the work we do. So thank you, Abbott. Thank you, Amgen, BMS, Pfizer Alliance, and BMS, Boehringer Ingelheim Pharmaceuticals and the Lilly Alliance, Genentech, Novartis, and Novo Nordisk. And the standing committee reports. Our MHI Medical Advisory Committee, we did not meet in 2024. Our MLH Medical Advisory Board, we did not meet in 2024. Our MHI Corporate Advisory Council, we met 3 different times virtually, and we met once in person. And again, we couldn't do the work we do without the members on this screen. Thank you, Abbott, Alnylam, Amgen, AstraZeneca, Bayer, Boehringer Ingelheim, BMS, Pfizer and BMS, Cytokinetics, Edwards, GE Healthcare, iRhythm, Lexicon, Merck, Novartis, and Novo Nordisk. And I'm all finished. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. This is Lee Parker. I served as the chairperson for the MHI Election Committee, and the committee members included myself as well as Meryl Glassman and Jessica Allen. We did not host an election in 2024. The same group, we also served as the MHI nominating committee in 2024, and we did not have any valid nominations received.
I was fortunate to continue to serve as a chairperson for the bylaws committee. The bylaws the committee did not meet last year because we did not have any new revisions recommended to us, and the bylaws were already approved the previous year. Thank you. Forgive me for stepping away. This is the first time that we've had a CEO report. I was named by the board as CEO. I do volunteer, as most of you know, for that position. And I'm honored to serve Mended Hearts as the CEO. This afternoon, I'd like to quickly brief you on 3 topics. One, several outstanding statistics that have been talked about today, but I want to emphasize. Second, the update for 2025 from January through today, and what's going to happen in the future. I consider these highlights, the highlights, very, very important to Mended Hearts. Our staff that you saw photographs of have worked diligently, very, very hard, tremendous amount of effort to make Mended Hearts successful. As you see, the staff provided training to 336 advocate speakers and 66 champion speakers. The staff produced and led over 4,700 hours of learning experiences. They printed and mailed over 55,000 discussion guides and gave out nearly 20,000 items for MLH toy chests and bravery bags and comfort items. We spent over $2,000 of prizes for the prize packs, which included gift cards, blankets, wristbands, stuffed lions, lapel pins for MLH and MLH necklaces and tumblers. All these stats were way more than we have ever performed and done in the past. MHI volunteers on all 3 programs provided our services to 643 hospitals and clinics. This is twice as many as we had just a few years ago. These volunteers performed over 209,000 personal visits, and that is the 3rd largest number in the 73 years that we have been in business. Most importantly, our staff, through the social media channels that Marley runs and Marley and Mandy run, we reach nearly 7 million patients and caregivers and family members. 7 million. And we still have 2 offices here that we maintain. One here in Southwest Georgia in Leesburg, and one in Geneva, Switzerland, with our separate legal entity, Mended Hearts Europe. Today, we continue to be the world's largest peer-to-peer support network. Since 2018, our membership has grown over a 19 times factor, 19 times. We were 6,600 members in 2018 to today over 127,000 members. We were in 2 countries, the US and Canada in 2018. We are now having members reside in 73 countries. You can just see our program membership growing and growing, and you can see where we have today our membership. We are down as of today to 186 chapters, groups, and satellites. We have disbanded quite a number due to non-compliance of critical policies. You can see the numbers and you can see the basics of the programs of what we have in chapters, groups, satellites. Lastly, we're very fortunate and you are very fortunate to have such a wonderful, dedicated staff. They live our mission and they help provide our vision. I will tell you that every time you call in and talk to them or write them, commend them and thank them for their efforts to make Mended Hearts Incorporated better. And this report that you saw today and the annual report that we will produce on our website in 2 weeks, you will see the excellent results from all their hard work year after year. Personally, thank you to all our wonderful, great staff members. What's going to happen in the future? We will expand. This summer, we are hereby announcing that we will open the Mended Hearts International Foundation. This will be an endowed, independent, nonprofit foundation, which will be based in Geneva, Switzerland. The foundation will allow us to greatly expand our peer-to-peer support, educational programs, and advocacy efforts. The foundation will allow our staff to strengthen their program support to you, the patients, your families, and your caregivers. The foundation will include the Mended Hearts entities, such as Mended Hearts Incorporated, Mended Hearts Europe. We're opening Mended Hearts University as a corporation, and we'll be training our volunteers and other volunteers of nonprofits not related to us. Not only that, other nonprofits will be joining the foundation starting later this year. This is to strengthen our program stream. Where we may be weak in support, they are not weak in that support. They're more dedicated and smaller nonprofits with really a very small mission. All these nonprofits will join the foundation. They'll keep their name. They'll keep their identities. They'll keep their programs, their staff, the boards. They're going to work in conjunction with all the Mended Hearts entities and other nonprofits to empower patients, to broaden peer support, to increase the educational programs, and to provide advocacy efforts everywhere that patient laws are needed. Lastly, most important to you out there, you will not see any change to Mended Hearts Incorporated, to Mended Little Hearts at this time, and to Young Mended Hearts. The staff will stay here. You will keep your chapter and group bank accounts just like they exist today. The support from our staff will be there. Nothing changes like that. I want you to know that in the next 2 weeks, we will conduct 3 webinar question and answers periods for the members. They will be announced Monday through emails. Today at 5 o'clock, the wire services will receive a press release worldwide telling everyone about what we're going to do. Lastly, thank you. Thank you to the board of directors, to the staff, to the membership for allowing me to serve as the CEO. I have absolutely thoroughly enjoyed it, and I have learned a lot over the years from each of you. Thank you. Good.
Next up, we have town hall questions.
So these are the town hall questions. We only have a few minutes because the award ceremony is going to start very soon. Whatever questions are not answered, please attend one of the webinars and answer them. I'll ask them, we'll answer them, send an email, we'll answer them. We're also putting a Q&A list out on the website Monday so that you can see some questions you have already been answered.
So we have an anonymous attendee. Where can I see the copies of the policies in place?
We have a policies and procedures manual that lists it's approximately 300 pages. It's on our website. It's in the different portals. The policy and procedures manual is a living document. And we update it every time it needs updating, and the updates are listed on right after the title page. All bylaws, the national bylaws, the chapter bylaws, and the group bylaw templates are there, along with every policy that the board has approved over the last 6 to 8 years. There's a table of contents. It's very easy to find, and you can go right to the page that the policies are on.
So there's a couple of questions that we can answer via email, like what is a hospital visit? Couple of highs. Kay Lewis wants to know, what are the accounts receivable? I thought we are a cash reporting entity.
Tax reporting entity.
Cash reporting entity.
We are required by the federal government to report through accrued accounting, not cash accounting. However, to the board, we report cash accounting and accrued accounting. Cash is what we know and what we live by, but again, by the federal government, by our 990 tax form, we must report accrued accounting. Our current AR today is roughly $1.1 million.
I think that's all the questions that we have.
That's all the questions. I want to thank each of you that attended today. Thank you for doing it. This is being recorded, and you'll be, after we post the recording within the next week or so, please feel free to look at it any time. Again, we're open to questions. I think a lot of you know me, they know our staff. Feel free to ask. Denise? And I'd like to turn this over to our president.
Thank you, Al. Wow. Thank you for joining us today. I would like to give a heartfelt thank you to the staff and all those who have made this presentation and contributed to the making possible the results of that we've seen in 2024, our best year ever. I recall attending my first local Mended Hearts Chapter 206 Palm Beach County meeting in February of 2017, and hearing that members had to be heart patients or members had to have had heart surgery. My response was, I remember questioning that and thinking, well, everyone has a heart, and why can't everyone be a member of Mended Hearts? I've been reflecting a great deal about the Mended Hearts Incorporated, where we were when I first joined in 2017, where we are now, and after 74 years, mind you, and how far we have come. We have gone from 6,000 members to over 127,000 worldwide. We have members of all ages, ethnicities, and cultural backgrounds that share the common goal of supporting, educating, and advocating for cardiovascular patients, their families, and caregivers. Our Mended Little Hearts warriors are growing up, and we are seeing more and more young cardiovascular patients, leading to the launch of our bridge program, Young Mended Hearts. We have interactive programs, webinars, and materials for not only cardiovascular patients and their families, but for those that have other medical conditions such as diabetes, kidney disease, depression, obesity, Lp(a), and cancer. We know that cardiovascular disease is not exclusive to one type of person, nor is cardiovascular disease the only disease that a person may have had at any given time throughout their lifetime. It is a proud moment to look and see how we progressed, especially over the past few years, with the extent of programming, support, education, and advocacy we have developed and now share through inclusivity with so many globally. While I have served in many capacities within MHI from the local to the national levels, there's no prouder moment than this one. Excuse me. Realizing the progress made, especially in 2024, which is an absolutely incredible feat that has been led by none other than our CEO, Al Voss. His vision has been an inspiration to me and many of us. Al's determination, support, tireless hours of work, the man never sleeps, and willingness to take risks have brought MHI to be a globally recognized and respected nonprofit patient organization. He has been an exceptional leader, partner, and champion for MHI and MHE. Al has founded and orchestrated the saving grace of our new 74-year-old organization, the Mended Hearts International Foundation. It is with heartfelt gratitude that I thank Al Voss for making his vision a reality in the founding of the Mended Hearts International Foundation. It is also because of you, our members, volunteers, donors, and staff, your time, your energy, and efforts, that we are still here after 74 years, living our mission every single day. I thank you with all my heart, actually both my hearts, I'm a transplant patient, for all that you have done locally and nationally to reach out to those in need, support those in need, and support our wonderful organization, the Mended Hearts Incorporated. Whatever the role, you have made significant contributions that matter and make a difference to all those you have touched throughout your Mended Hearts journey. May you and your loved ones be blessed with much joy and happiness, and most especially good health as we move forward. It's been the honor of a lifetime to have served in the many capacities that I have within Mended Hearts, and especially this one as president. I thank you for this honor and look forward to continuing to do even more as we enter into our new chapter, one that will enable us to grow exponentially. Here's to an even brighter future for the Mended Hearts Inc. and Mended Hearts International Foundation. God bless you, and thank you from my most grateful hearts. Now, may I please have a motion to adjourn our meeting?
Move to adjourn?
I get a second?
Second.
Okay. Mended Hearts Incorporated 2024 annual meeting is officially adjourned. Thank you for attending and for all that you do.
Good afternoon, everyone, again, and welcome to all of those who are just now joining us today for what is always an exciting event for our staff and volunteers. We're excited that you could join us for the Mended Hearts Inc.'s 2025 awards ceremony, celebrating accomplishments from 2024. Everyone who is nominated deserves a huge pat on the back for getting us to where we are today. I'm Mandy St.-Cooler, and I'm joined by Marley Lucas, Karen Bertozzi, and Denise Duke-Witzkowski. And today we'll be your guides through our regional, divisional, and national awards.
Let's start with some info for our virtual audience. You're all on mute, so we can't hear you, but you can express yourself through typing comments in the chat box like, amazing work, congratulations, and thanks for all you do. You're also encouraged to comment about our award winners as well. The way you can do this is to choose everyone from the drop-down menu in chat and type your comments there.
These regional, divisional, and national awards represent accomplishments that must be recognized. As you know, every single person, hospital, company, and organization nominated, and even many who weren't nominated, make our organization what it is today. These awards help us recognize individuals and groups, chapters, hospitals, and companies and organizations that have gone above and beyond in supporting our mission of inspiring hope and improving the quality of life of heart patients and their families. We are so grateful to all of you.
This year, we'll start with our national awards, the Corporate Award and the Mary M. Amato Student Award. Then we'll announce one award at a time with the regional, then divisional, and then national awards. Our last award will be the Hardin Award, a national award given every other year. As a reminder, there are regional winners for each region where there was a nominee. From the regional winners, divisional winners were selected. From the divisional winners, national winners were selected. All winners were selected by independent judges from outside of Mended Hearts Inc. On behalf of our leadership and staff at MHI, we would like to sincerely thank everyone who took the time to submit a nomination form. We've had many exceptional nominations this year, and our judges did not have an easy job. Now I'm going to hand it over to Denise for our corporate award.
Thank you, Marley. The corporate award is given annually in recognition of exemplary service to and in support of the Men at Hearts Incorporated. The awardee serves as a model of collaboration, compassion, and commitment. This year's recipient has demonstrated partnership with the Men at Hearts Incorporated in furtherance of our mission of providing hope and improving the quality of life of cardiovascular disease patients and their families through ongoing peer-to-peer support, education, and advocacy. The recipient of this award demonstrates responsible and exemplary leadership in advancing quality patient care. The recipient is committed to conscientious corporate citizenship and philanthropic efforts that make a positive difference in the world. Through charitable donations, corporate sponsorships, and fellowship support, independent patient and medical education, community engagement, and employee volunteerism, the recipient is committed to providing support to organizations that assist patients and their families, enhance healthcare, and advance scientific knowledge. The recipient is a longstanding corporate advisory council member of the Men at Hearts Incorporated. The recipient of the 2025 corporate award is, drumroll, Bristol Myers Squibb. This is the first. Got it. Bristol Myers Squibb. This is the first time in MHI's history that the same company has been presented the corporate award 4 years in a row. BMS is an American-based multinational pharmaceutical company headquartered in New York City. BMS is one of the world's largest pharmaceutical companies and ranks on Fortune 100 list of the largest U.S. corporations. BMS is firmly focused on its mission to discover, develop, and deliver innovative medicines to patients with serious illnesses and diseases. BMS has been a trusted partner of our organization for many, many years. Their focus on placing the patient first has allowed our partnership to grow and thrive over the years, and we are proud to present the award to them today. We are honored to have 2 representatives from BMS on hand to receive their award in person in Leesburg, Georgia today. MHI is thrilled to welcome Juliet Herbert and Erica Crawford, as you see right here. Juliet Herbert serves as Director, Global Patient Advocacy, Cardiovascular at Bristol Myers Squibb. Juliet has been with BMS for 6 years and brings a patient-centric mindset to all of her engagements with a keen focus on helping patients and their caregivers on a daily basis. Erica Crawford has been with Bristol Myers Squibb for 11 years and currently serves as Director of Global Patient Advocacy, Cardiovascular. Erica has worked across various patient-focused roles, driving initiatives that support patients throughout their health journeys. Who wants to? Our star partners. Erica, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Erica Crawford, and I am the Director of Global Patient Advocacy for Cardiovascular at Bristol Myers Squibb. I first just wanted to give a huge thank you to the Men at Hearts team for having us here today on site at your headquarters. This is my first time in Albany, and believe it or not, it is actually way cooler here than it was in New Jersey this week. So for that, I'm very grateful. On behalf of our entire team at BMS, we are extremely honored to be recognized as this year's corporate award recipient. We're humbled to have received this award from Men at Hearts for the 4th year in a row. There are so many things that make Men at Hearts a truly outstanding organization. In particular, I wanted to share 2 things today that really came to mind. Men at Hearts has taken an amazing 75-year legacy of supporting patients and the longstanding trust and respect that you've built within the community, and you've married that with an incredible growth mindset and innovation. In less than 2 years, Men at Hearts has established and grown Men at Hearts Europe, now supporting patients all around the world. And I think I speak for all of us at BMS when I say how excited we are about the Men at Hearts International Foundations. The second thing, and I think the most important thing that truly stands out about Men at Hearts, are all of you, the people. Every single team member and community leader at Mended Hearts truly exudes passion and a commitment to patients in all of the work that you do. It is our honor to be your partners in our collective mission to support patients living with cardiovascular disease. So on behalf of BMS, it is truly a joy and an honor to be able to support your work, and we look forward to continuing to partner with you in all that lies ahead. Thank you so much. The Mary M. Amato Student Education Award recognizes the impact healthcare professionals have in treating individuals with cardiovascular disease. The award is given to support a student who has shown leadership and a commitment to the important field of healthcare and who endeavors to care for cardiovascular disease patients and their families. The Mary M. Amato Educational Award was established to support future healthcare leaders in continuing the vital mission of positively impacting those affected with heart disease across the lifespan. The recipient of this award will receive $500. The award recipient must be a family member of an MHI member in good standing who has been a member for at least 1 year prior to nominating someone for this award. The winner must have demonstrated a commitment to pursuing education in the field of healthcare. The recipient of the Mary M. Amato Student Award this year had a sibling pass from congenital heart disease, which inspired her mother to become a nurse. Her mother further inspired the recipient to go into the field of nursing. The recipient has spent her high school years working towards the goal of becoming an RN. She received her LPN license in emergency medicine in May and plans to bridge to get her RN. She has worked this past year in the ER and previously spent time working in an assisted living facility. The recipient is described as kind, patient, and very dedicated. Please join me in congratulating the recipient of this year's Mary M. Amato Student Award, Kaya Owens. Congratulations, Kaya. We see you doing amazing.
Okay, now we are going to move to the awards that start at the regional level with regional winners, and then with those from the divisional winners. And then from those divisional winners were selected, and then national winners were selected from the divisional winners. So the first of these awards is our MHI Sydney and Helen Schumann Nurse Recognition Award. So everyone loves our nurses. This prestigious MHI Sydney and Helen Schumann Nurse Recognition Award is an endowed award that is given to a nurse who has shown commitment to patients with cardiovascular disease and to their caregivers and families. The recipient has demonstrated excellence in caring for patients, whether at diagnosis, during treatment, or in recovery. The national recipient will receive an award of $500. The recipient must have been working in a cardiac-related field for at least 1 year, have shown commitment to patients with cardiovascular disease and to their caregivers and families, and have demonstrated excellent care for patients at diagnosis, during treatment, or in recovery. The recipient has also encouraged or promoted MH, YMH, and MLH programs to provide support for his or her patients. And the Mid-Atlantic Regional Mended Hearts Nurse of the Year is Mei Chen Liu, CRNP, nominated by Chapter 94 in Washington, D.C. The Northeast Region Mended Hearts Nurse of the Year is Abio Noel, MSNRN, ANPBC, CTTS, nominated by Chapter 108 in New York City. And now we go to the Mended Hearts Nurse of the Year, Divisional Nurse of the Year. And that winner is Mei Chen Liu, nominated again by Chapter 94. This year's recipient, now moving into the national award, is Compassionate, Caring, and Dedicated. She is a highly skilled and dedicated cardiology nurse practitioner who has shown unwavering commitment to patient care and excellence. She began her career in the ICU in February 1997. She became a nurse practitioner in 2006 and serves as the main mentor for cardiology nurse practitioners. Her peers describe her as diligent, detail-oriented, hardworking, driven, and always positive. And so the recipient of the Sydney and Helen Schuman Nurse Recognition Award is Mei Chen Liu from our Washington. And now Marley's here to share the next award.
The next award is our Heart Hero of the Year award. This award is given to honor a person other than a nurse who has shown dedication to patients with cardiovascular disease and to their caregivers and families. The recipient has demonstrated compassion, commitment, and caring for their patients and support of the Mended Hearts, Mended Little Hearts, and/or Young Mended Hearts programs. The recipient of this award must show excellence in the care of patients and families at diagnosis, during treatment, and during recovery. This recipient must also encourage and promote peer-to-peer support and empower patients and families through education and access to resources. Now the Regional Heart Hero of the Year. The Mid-Atlantic Region Mended Little Hearts Heart Hero of the Year is Mandy Sandcooler, nominated by Mended Little Hearts. The Central Region Mended Hearts Heart Hero is Megan Wiles, nominated by Chapter 350 of Noblesville, Indiana. The Midwest Region Mended Hearts Heart Hero of the Year is Dr. Disha Narang, nominated by Chapter 424 of Evanston, Illinois. Now for our divisional winners. The Mended Little Hearts Divisional Heart Hero of the Year award winner is Mandy Sandcooler. The Mended Hearts Divisional Heart Hero of the Year winner is Megan Wiles, nominated by Chapter 350 of Noblesville, Indiana. The national recipient of the Heart Hero Award this year is a little different. For the first time, it will go to someone on our staff. This person has been with MHI for the past 13 years, tirelessly working to improve the lives of patients, their families, and caregivers. Every day, this staff member works with our programs, directs our communications, develops meaningful connections with our community members, and all in all, keeps MHI running like a well-oiled machine. She's a wonderful manager, and I would know because she is my manager. She has really helped me grow in the communications field and approaches our work each day with care and determination to improve the lives of others. From the staff and members across the MHI community, we are so thankful for all of your hard work and dedication over the years. It truly doesn't go unnoticed. Please join me in celebrating this year's Heart Hero of the Year Award national recipient, Mandy Sandcooler.
Cheese.
Very nice.
Okay, and moving on to our next award, the Hospital of the Year Award is a very important annual award that recognizes the hospital that has demonstrated outstanding participation in the mission and values of MHI and is in partnership with a chapter or group in its area. The recipient hospital is recognized for excellence and outstanding service in helping provide support and education to our members and the local community. There are several criteria that have to be met, and some of them include provides our visitors reasonable access to patients and our families for visiting or bravery badge programs, provides access to meeting space and other support for the chapter or group where possible, provides space for literature, visitor supplies, bravery bag items, or MHI educational materials, provides tangible recognition of MH, YMH, or LMH contributions to their patient and/or family care, including mentions in the hospital newsletter or on the website and invitations to hospital functions to recognize MHI. Provides speakers, personnel for group or chapter meetings or other needs. Provides other in-kind support like printing, meals, meeting rooms, parking passes, etc. All of these things can make a world of difference to our chapters and groups. The Southwest Region Mended Little Hearts Hospital of the Year is Oklahoma Children's Hospital, OU Health, nominated by MLH Oklahoma. The Central Region Mended Hearts Hospital of the Year is Riverview Health, nominated by Chapter 350 in Noblesville, Indiana. The Midwest Region Hospital of the Year award goes to Endeavor Health, nominated by Chapter 424 out of Evanston, Illinois. The Southern Region Hospital of the Year award goes to Northside Hospital, Cherokee, Chapter 420 in Canton, Georgia. The Western Region Hospital of the Year award goes to Peace Health, St. Joseph Medical Center, Chapter 382 in Bellingham, Washington. Divisional Hospital of the Year awards. The Mended Little Hearts Hospital of the Year is Oklahoma Children's Hospital, OU Health, nominated by MLH Oklahoma. The Mended Hearts Hospital of the Year is Peace Health, St. Joseph Medical Center, Chapter 382 in Bellingham, Washington. Moving on to the Mended Hearts Hospital of the Year. The National Hospital of the Year works with their local chapter for visitors to be available to take patients and caregivers through the pre-op process with an opportunity to ask questions. They also make it very convenient for post-op visits. The local chapter even has a table in the cardiology office where patients have access to literature and a visitor. The hospital provides meeting space along with storage and free coffee and water. The hospital advertises the local chapter by designing banners and flyers and encouraging chapter participation in hospital events. This hospital also provides speakers regularly on a variety of cardiovascular subjects. This hospital demonstrates an excellent partnership with the Mended Hearts, Inc. And the recipient of the Hospital of the Year award is Peace Health, St. Joseph Medical Center, nominated by Chapter 382 in Bellingham, Washington. Congratulations to all our winners and thank you for all you do to support patients and families through Mended Hearts.
The MHI Newsletter of the Year award is given for the most outstanding newsletter. The selected newsletter from a Mended Hearts chapter, Young Mended Hearts Group, or Mended Little Hearts Group has demonstrated excellence in informing and educating patients and families and connecting them with helpful resources. The winning newsletter is also professional, accurate, and thorough. Here are just some of the many criteria that the winning newsletter should include. Uncluttered and easy to read. Correct use of MHI logos, mottos, clip art, and uniform symbols. Balance of content with a minimum of 75% dedicated to health and heart issues. Accuracy with sources cited and no typos. Good use of chapter info, like upcoming meetings, officer listings, and number of visits. Regional and national information, a president's report, and having the newsletter available in a digital or online format. Now, the Regional Newsletter of the Year awards. The Mid-Atlantic Region Mended Hearts Newsletter of the Year is Chapter 28, Richmond, Virginia, edited by Joe Shuck. The Mended Hearts Midwest Region Newsletter of the Year award or winner is Chapter 424, Evanston, Illinois, edited by John Frank. The Rocky Mountain Region Mended Hearts Newsletter of the Year recipient is Chapter 380, Boise, Idaho, edited by Bruce Parks. Now for our divisional winners. The Mended Hearts Divisional Newsletter of the Year award recipient is Chapter 28, Richmond, Virginia, edited by Joe Shockett. The winner of the Newsletter of the Year award makes good use of color and graphic placement to draw attention to readers. The newsletter regularly devotes space to information about heart health with research done by the editor. The newsletter also highlights speakers with illustrations and heart health advice. Additionally, this newsletter includes a message from the chapter president, along with information on becoming a member and their meeting schedule. And the recipient of this year's National Newsletter of the Year award is Chapter 28, Richmond, Virginia, edited by Joe Shockett. Congratulations. Now I'll hand it over to Mandy.
Okay, so next up, we have our Accredited Visitor Excellence Award. So as you know, one of the cornerstones of our support pillar is our outstanding accredited visiting program. The MHI Accredited Visitor Excellence Award is given to the Mended Hearts, Young Mended Hearts, or Mended Little Hearts accredited visitor who has shown outstanding commitment and service to those that he or she visits, to the accredited visiting program, and to the organization through visiting in person, by telephone, and online. The recipient has demonstrated dedication to growing the visiting program, growing the MHI membership, and to increasing the reach of MHI support through accredited visiting. Similar to the last few years, internet visitors and visiting chairs are now included in this prestigious visiting award. The accredited visitor who wins this award will have demonstrated a positive and supportive attitude to those that he or she visits, and when working with healthcare professionals. The winning visitor will also be serious about our visiting program and adhere to all policies and requirements for visiting, including those from hospitals and cardiology practices. Commitment to serving patients, caregivers, and families is essential for the visitors selected to win this award. And so we begin with the Central Region Mended Hearts Accredited Visitor Excellence Award. Is Larry Lake from Chapter 350 in Noblesville. The Mid-Atlantic Region Mended Hearts Accredited Visitor Excellent Award recipient is Dennis Pop from our Richmond, Virginia, Chapter 28. The Midwest Region Accredited Visitor Excellent Award recipient is Michael Lorsch from Evanston, Chapter 424. The Rocky Mountain Mended Hearts Accredited Visitor Excellent Award recipient is Odie Gordon from our Boise Chapter 380. And the Western Region Accredited Visitor Excellent Award recipient is Dick Freeman from our Coachella Chapter in California, Chapter 281. So now moving on into the Divisional Accredited Visitor Excellent Awards. The Mended Hearts Accredited Visitor Excellent Award at this level goes to Odie Gordon from Chapter 380 in Boise, Idaho. Congratulations, Odie. So now moving on to our national level, the recipient of this year's National Accredited Visitor Excellent Award has truly filled a void in the chapter after COVID, when in-person visiting was completely stopped. This visitor kept a Mended Hearts presence in the hospital for their chapter. This visitor promotes Mended Hearts and follows all policies and consistently visits in person weekly and always has a smile and positivity to share. And the recipient of the Accredited Visitor Excellent Award is Odie Gordon with Chapter 380. Right. Okay, I'm now going to turn the mic over to Denise.
Thank you, Mandy. The next award is the highest chapter or group award possible for the Mended Hearts Incorporated. At the regional and divisional levels, this award is called the Group or Chapter Excellence Award. At the national level, this award is called the President's Cup. These awards are presented to the chapters and groups that have exhibited outstanding service and have demonstrated excellence in their commitment to and in furtherance of the mission, vision, values, and goals of the Mended Hearts Incorporated. You will see that qualifying for this award is not an easy accomplishment, and everyone who has won the Chapter or Group Excellence Awards at any level should be recognized. Some of the qualifications for this award are as follows. Must be a chapter or group in good standing, having filled out the annual reports on time. Must have an active visiting program with growth in numbers of visits, or an active Bravery Bag program or similar hospital support, or must support a Bravery Bag program in a group near them. Must participate in Mended Hearts, Young Mended Hearts, or Mended Little Hearts, national campaigns and national events, and must have had a growth in membership. Many of the chapters and groups that win an Excellence Award also have won awards in their local area and have been recognized in the media by their hospitals or in other venues. Okay, so we will start with the regional chapter and group excellence awards. The Southwest Region Mended Little Hearts Group Excellence Award recipient is Mended Little Hearts of the Austin region, Austin, Texas. The Central Region Mended Hearts Group Excellence Award recipient is Chapter 350, Noblesville, Indiana. The Rocky Mountain Region Mended Hearts Group Excellent Award recipient is Chapter 380, Boise, Idaho. And now we move to the Divisional Chapter and Group Excellence Awards. The Mended Little Hearts Group Excellence Award recipient is Mended Little Hearts of the Austin region, Austin, Texas. The Mended Hearts Chapter Excellence Award recipient is Chapter 350, Noblesville, Indiana. The National President's Cup Award recipient is not yet allowed to visit in the hospitals, but they host multiple socials for families. They maintain a social media presence and follow and share MLH information with local heart-related groups as well. This recipient promotes their group, along with other MHI groups, regularly through social media, with signage and sharing their stories locally whenever appropriate. They also provide educational opportunities to their members and the public. Although they cannot visit in person, they strive to maintain a presence in the local hospitals with comfort items and work closely with hospital personnel to maintain their presence. It is my honor to announce the 2024 recipient of the MHI President's Cup Award, which goes to Mended Little Hearts of Austin region, Austin, Texas. Congratulations to your group. And next we have the Volunteer of the Year Award. Mandy?
So it's such an honor to be able to present this award. It is the highest individual award given in our organization. The MHI Volunteer of the Year Award is the top award given to a volunteer in MHI. It's given annually to recognize a volunteer for going above and beyond in supporting patients and their families, furthering the MHI mission, vision, value, and goals, and making a positive difference in the organizations and the community. The recipient must have demonstrated outstanding dedication and commitment to MHI and its members and work to improve the organization and its services. There are very steep criteria to be considered for this award, and any volunteer who wins a Volunteer of the Year award at any level should be highly commended. It is quite an honor. The criteria for the MHI Volunteer of the Year award are the following. Must demonstrate outstanding service in support of the MHI mission, must participate on national or local committees, boards, task force, etc. Must demonstrate work in communities to support cardiovascular disease patients and families, and must demonstrate leadership at a local or regional level. must be recognized by hospitals or medical professionals for positive impact through MHI, and must participate in MHI national events or campaigns and or fundraisers. Must work to increase the membership of MHI and must be an active member in good standing, excluding staff and honorary members. And previous recipients are eligible for nomination 3 years after winning this award. And so starting now with the Regional Volunteer of the Year awards, our Central Region Mended Hearts Volunteer of the Year is Marv Norman with Chapter 350 in Noblesville, Indiana. The Midwest Region Mended Hearts Volunteer of the Year is Carolyn Calavera with Chapter 424 in Illinois, Evanston, Illinois, pardon me. Our Northeast Region Mended Hearts Volunteer of the Year is George Frangillo, Chapter 315, Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Moving over to the Rocky Mountain region, our Volunteer of the Year there is Pat Toshkoff with Chapter 380 in Boise, Idaho. And the Western Region Mended Hearts Volunteer of the Year is Tammy Longstaff with Chapter 382 in Bellingham, Washington. And now for our Divisional Volunteer of the Year award winners. The Mended Hearts Divisional Volunteer of the Year award recipient is Tammy Longstaff with Chapter 382 in Bellingham. And now moving on to our National Volunteer of the Year award. This year's National Volunteer of the Year has made numerous contributions to their chapter and the Mended Hearts Inc., helping to organize a successful clothing drive and grant which raised over $1,000 for their chapter. They've cultivated an excellent relationship with hospital management to facilitate the partnership between the hospital and the local chapter, and they hold a position in their chapter leadership, and their organizational skills help ensure the smooth board operation. They also use their skills creatively to contribute to presentations, newsletters, and events in a meaningful and fun way, and they help promote Mended Hearts and Young Mended Hearts within the community. As a caregiver, they are always available to offer support to other caregivers. This person has become a very valuable member of the Mended Hearts team. And so now it's my honor to announce that the recipient of the MHI Volunteer of the Year award is Tammy Longstaff of Chapter 382. I think we have a contingent watching today from Chapter 382, so hopefully they're celebrating. All right, I'm going to turn it over to Al now. Denise, pardon me.
I know we look so much alike.
You do.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mandy. As the Mended Hearts' most prestigious award, the Dwight Emery Harkin Award was created to recognize individuals or organizations for excellence in the field of cardiovascular medicine and care. It is named in honor of Dwight Emery Harkin, a pioneer heart surgeon and preeminent cardiologist considered the father of Mended Hearts. Mended Hearts was co-founded in Boston, February of 1951 by Dr. Harkin and 4 patients. The Mended Hearts Incorporated accepts nominations for the Harkin Award from the MHI Board of Directors to honor this outstanding individual or organization. The Harkin Award is presented on the average of every 2 years. This year will be the 16th time the Harkin Award is presented. Past recipients of the award reflect the long-standing tradition of Mended Hearts partnership with leaders in cardiovascular medicines. The recipient of this year's award has demonstrated responsible and exemplary leadership in advancing quality patient care worldwide. It is my honor and privilege to present the Harkin 2025 Harkin Award to drum roll, Bristol Myers Squibb. This is the first time in MHI's history that the same company has been presented both the corporate award and the Harkin Award. It is also the first time in our history that a pharmaceutical company has received the Harkin Award. As you heard earlier, Bristol Myers Squibb is an American-based multinational pharmaceutical company and ranks on the Fortune 100 list of the largest U.S. corporations. BMS is focused on its mission to discover, develop, and deliver innovative medicines that help patients prevail over serious diseases. Bristol Myers Squibb advances patient health around the world. BMS collaborates with governmental bodies, industries, and nonprofit organizations on 4 continents through their value-based partnerships program. BMS's value-based partnerships lead to more equitable access to care, early and increased diagnosis rates, faster and broader treatment, and more efficient use of resources. Bristol Myers Squibb believes in their role of transforming care to help patients live longer, healthier, and more productive lives. BMS is committed to achieving unfettered patient access to their potentially life-saving medicines while addressing barriers to high quality, affordable healthcare. BMS has been annually recognized for its innovation, leadership, and workplace excellence through prestigious industry and global awards. Consistently, BMS has been celebrated as one of the best companies for veterans, women, and employees over 50 years old, a top company for career growth and worker-based policies, a company that fosters a high-performing, inclusive, and dedicated global workforce, and an acknowledged industry leader in environment, health, and safety. We have already introduced Juliet and Erica from BMS. Please step forward to accept the 2025 Harkin Award on behalf of BMS. It's really heavy. It weighs more than you.
Oh, yeah, it's a lot.
So thank you guys, everyone in the room and everyone online as well. It's a true privilege, not just to come to Albany and see everyone, but to accept this award. This means a lot to us. I've always known from the first day that I met the Mended Hearts crew in Geneva, shout out to our international colleagues, that it was an amazing organization. And I've loved every minute of the last 3 years with you guys. New for this year, or in 2024, I should say, for the first time, some of our regional members were able to come to some of your chapter meetings. So a special shout out to Tammy. You helped to coordinate everything and allow us to be able to come and meet some members boots on ground. I specifically want to call out Bob Hoffman. He welcomed our colleague John with welcomed opened arms in Hartford, Connecticut. And he had said, he called me right after the meeting. He said, I need to talk to you. And I was like, oh no, what happened? And he said, Juliet, I'm going to read it because this is a direct quote. He said, 1 minute in, I was sold. This organization is unlike any other organization I've ever been with. And I said, I know. You don't need to tell me. But it's been a couple years, many years that we've been partnering with you from a national level, but to be able to go down to the regions and meet the chapter members as well, it's been amazing. The commitment and the dedication that you have to patients and caregivers is just unlike any organization that we work with. So it's a distinct honor. The Harkin is like a wow moment in my career to accept this on behalf of BMS. But more importantly, we're just honored to be able to support your organization of what you do across the country and across the world. So a sincere thank you to everyone in the room. And again, everyone online, you're changing lives every day and we're honored to be part of it. So thank you.
We want a picture. We get a picture. Yeah, we've got pictures. Okay, great. Okay. Congratulations for your outstanding partnership of contributions and dedication to patients worldwide. Juliet and Eric, we're so thrilled you're here. Thank you for making the trip to Leesburg and for your continued dedication to people and families living with cardiovascular disease. And I will now turn it back over to Mandy.
Oh, yes, yeah, the pair.
The pair,
Let's go.
Andy and Marley, the two ends.
Right, so, well, Juliet, you said it so well, you almost summarized it for us, but we'll just add a few more words. Congratulations and thank you to all the award recipients for sharing your time, talent, and volunteerism. We would not be where we are today without all of you.
I hope you all enjoyed today and were able to appreciate how many people and organizations make the Mended Hearts Inc. what it is today. These people dedicate time, service, and demonstrate commitment to inspiring hope and improving the quality of life of cardiovascular disease patients and their families. This afternoon, we have honored many people, chapters, groups, hospitals, and companies that help us make a difference. There are also many who weren't honored tonight, yet they also help us let people know that they are not alone, that we are here to support them, educate them, and advocate for and with them.
Without each and every one of you, we would not be able to provide the programs and services that so many people count on. We hear this over and over again. MHI volunteers make a difference. They move the needle when it comes to support and education in their hospitals and communities. As we remind you every year with this quote from Sherry Anderson, volunteers don't get paid, not because they're worthless, but because they're priceless.
Thank you and good night.